I'm gonna ride around tonight, I'd take you guys with me. The radio's not really wanting to cooperate. If I can find a good station here. So, it's not the best, but I'm kind of in the middle of the boonies. So, do you guys want to see the road, or do you want to look at me?
Like the vocals in the mix are terrible, and so they want to record this as like the first New Order song, but there's a problem. They don't have the lyrics. They were all in Ian Curtis's head. So Bernard Sumner, who ends up becoming the lead singer of New Order, goes back through and they run all the old recordings through a graphic equalizer,
and
he figures out enough of the lyrics, and then kind of fills in a little bit of the gaps, and so you have this song. And so they record it, and then like the ultimate sort of transition moment, they record it a second time, and the one that got released in September of '81 has Joey Gilbert.
I don't even know what this is. So.
He becomes the fourth member of New Order. It's just playing guitar.
So I'm actually going to ride up on a mountain.
Messages posted on YouTube before too long. I'll let our listeners know, so that those of you who couldn't be with us will be able to listen. And one of the things that I was especially happy for is as I walked around, people would say to me, "I'm a kitchen table partner. I'm a kitchen table partner." So I was just so thankful for those people who commit to support Open Line on a monthly basis. And you and I were talking about it. And of course, you're my not only the biggest booster of becoming a kitchen table partner, but you and your wife are kitchen table partners. And I was wondering, this is a great time to talk about it, why it is that you decided to become a kitchen table partner for yourself before you even talk about others.
Yes, you know, I saw the value proposition of being immersed in God's Word, getting those special devotionals that you do on a bi-weekly basis, and also taking advantage of some of the resources that Moody Bible Institute.
Some of the stuff I listen to.
Taken by injection is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills.
Can't see what that is.
With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible.
Hopefully the
In
stars
clinical
they
trials,
are.
at least 70% of patients saw at least
They
90%
are.
clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems
Hey,
may occur.
Maddie.
Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736.
Said the same thing to my other friend one
This is
time.
Georgia 93.7 FM, LFA's very own 1590 AM WQCH. If you're in the market for a truck, you need to get to Harvey's South End Auto. Harvey's got the right truck for you. No matter your credit history.
you and your brother are
if you're
doing
trying
good,
to
Maddie.
reestablish credit, Harvey's South End can help. Harvey's South End Auto in Somerville is truck
I
headquarters.
don't even know
The
what this
best.
stuff is.
1,000 miles away. God, what have I done?
It's a horrible song. Yes, we are. What? Have we met? Because yes, we are. Yes, we met, Maddie. I think so. Either I know somebody else by the name. I think so.
Don't mind if I do.
Up at the village.
From Riley Reed and Ella Langley. Lainey Wilson is here with us today.
Yay!
Give me your favorite Judy McIntyre memory.
Would have to be get to sit down and have supper with her in LA with her and her boyfriend and
I think it's the village where we were up there, wasn't it, Maddie? I don't know.
Talking about duck hunting, and her and I were just sitting there, and I would just like dreaming up questions and asking her about what things were like, and it's really crazy to even though we're like in a completely different time that a lot
I
of
think
her
that was you. I can
struggles
click on your
then
picture
are the
now.
same struggles that I have, and a lot of the things that you're just kind of scared to like ask people. It's it didn't seem like
I love Lainey Wilson, by the way. She's awesome.
she is a beautiful person inside and out. So getting to know her has been
Eventually get to a point where you're like, well, what does this do for me, you know? You can give from an empty cup. So, just on here talking. You know, and there's stuff going on with my family, me and my sister, and my mom, and all that crap's going on. And I knew I was coming back to that. Me and my sister have some serious unhealed wounds as far as it goes with each other. We have not been nice to each other at all. And I was figuring, I was like, I'll try to fix it while she's there. But she put away, and I'm just like, no, I can't do that. Especially with a kid being there. Because I don't like fighting in front of kids. Spent too much time doing that shit when I was younger, and you know, it's they're gonna beat your chest and say stuff or do whatever else, and whatever. People try to get your head about stuff. You just have to be mentally stronger than the situation, as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. You know, if they want to do what they want to do and live like that, they can live like that. But I can't. I'm not gonna live like that. It's not that I can't, it's that I won't. I have more respect for myself than to live in a mold-ridden cabin full of roaches. And I'm damn sure it wouldn't let a kid love like that. So, I don't know. I think about stuff, I guess. Try to play Miss Fix-It, or sometimes end up shooting myself in the foot with that one, though. Think about something like, hey, this might work, this might not work. And I don't mean it from a bad place. I don't know what else she's got going on. As far as I know, she is living in that situation solo with mom, and that's it. So, kid's, 20-something years old. Out here enjoying the world. And I wish for the best. Wish most people the best, including myself. But it's me. It's about me. People want to play around and manipulate words. No, this is about me. This is a journey I'm taking for me. I did this for me. Someone else wants to see this path and go down it, cool. The hell of a path. They don't. Not my problem. I'll find my way. But I just think this is going out here and being in nature, and it'd be beautiful, and being able to look up at the stars and go to sleep looking up at the stars and the moon. And then they want me to talk a certain way, be a certain way, have this, that, and that. Whatever. That's their agenda. That's their. I don't like that. And I've got different people that have tried to stick up for me in different ways, and they talk differently, and I understand it, and sometimes I don't, and it just jumps back and forth. And I'm just like, hell, look, all like I said, why are you doing that? Then they get in their ass sometimes. Whatever. I figure, like, if I'm gonna be on here doing YouTube and someone's gonna come on here and start talking, that's part of the job. It's part of it. Going through and looking at the different lives. There's trolls all the fucking time and that shit. There's also people that genuinely want to stuff. There's people that get on there and vent. And there's people like all kinds of crap. And it's part of the thing. And if you're going to take it personally, then you probably shouldn't be in the damn business. And it's funny because, like, some guy was making a joke about something I said. In my head, I'm like, that's pretty big talk from somebody that looks like a friggin' reject from an Ice Age cartoon, but I wasn't being like, I don't start that shit. I don't like it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be an asshole. I don't want to be those things. And then, like today, I got caught. I'm an ass from hot. I'm not gonna hold you on that one. Like, if I get too hot, I'm just, I don't like it. And I was in my hoodie, and I was out there, and I was working on these light bulbs in the truck, and going through it, doing stuff, and figuring out stuff. But it helps me learn at the same time. So even if it's an inconvenience thing, and I'll learn something every time that I'm doing it, and figuring stuff out. Whether it's, basic knowledge or advanced, it doesn't matter because, I'm still learning. And then the fun part of it is like, you get the different ones is like the whole popular, and it's so crazy how much people wordplay and manipulate the truth, and they say shit backwards. And I'm just like, why are you talking backwards? And like, they'll say stuff in like reverse. And it's like, why are you doing that? You're like, I did not do that when they did. Or like, that didn't happen. And it's like, yep, it did. Why are you saying it like that? And it's funny because they'll ping off certain stuff, or they'll like, as they say, get in my energy. But they'll say it in the opposite way. Like, you didn't do this, you did that. That's not this, that's not that, that's not that, that's this, but it's the backwards. It's like, how does that make sense? And you're like, but no, I did. Or no, I didn't. And it's like, I don't know. And they always have that plausible deniability of like, oh, there's so many people. Like, that's a little personal for me, for you to be like, oh, there's all these people out here for that one. And like, chick down here earlier. You know, she's doing whatever she can to block the influence because, I mean, hell, I speak the truth. I say what's on my heart. Talk. And that's weird in a world like this, I guess. It's a lot different than the world I came from. The world I came from, you spoke from your heart, you meant what you said, and you stand on what your word was, and it was just the ethics, morals, actual, you know, goodness. And when I got called to go up north, I did. There was no, it was like literally like God said, come on, okay, I'm going. You know, and I've been putting it off for a while. I mean, that morning when I woke up, I was like, I gotta go. So I did. You know, it's not like I didn't tell anybody. You know, it's not my fault they didn't believe me when I told them. Like, hey, you know, by the way. You know, oh, that's crazy shit. Clear roads. And then you go through here and like these beautiful back roads and stuff that, like, if you're stuck all the time in a job or, you know, family or whatever you got going on, you can't do that as much as you can when you're single and free and out here enjoying the world. I'm grateful to be doing that. You know, and we've always got the haters. We've always got people that are gonna ask questions or say things or do whatever else it's gonna do, and that's fine. That's not my problem. That's on them. This is me just living my life, being happy. And I like being happy. Could it be better? Yeah. But I like driving late at night. You know, enjoying looking up at the stars and old back roads and just being in the world. Not necessarily of it, but in it. It's the whole cross-conscious thing. It's wandering around like he did. I mean, I don't have 12 people wandering around behind me or whatever. And, you know, that's what Jesus had up, right? They brought the, like, if anybody questioned his voice, he had, you know, a bunch of other people around him. Yeah. You know? So it's like, kind of, you know, even people that were once not good people that turned into good people. He had backing. And it's just like, hey, if you really believe in Jesus and you really believe in that kind of lifestyle, you see the fruits from it. And, you know, this is part of it. You know, you don't find people that need you sitting in the office working or blah, blah, blah. You find people that need you when you're in the world doing stuff. I mean, by serendipity sometimes, by just in general. You know, you're going down the road and all